Hi Sagittarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for August 2010, and you are the seer of the zodiac. You tend to see things ahead of when they're going to happen. You get the kind of the gist of it before it's actually landed and it becomes a ground truth. And you Saggies, well, you're probably going to be enjoying this month as it has many elements which are going to be in harmony with your natural personal leanings. It's an expansive, forward-moving phase when you're going to be breathing in new concepts, fresh experiences, broader horizons, any or all of those. Just be open, don't miss the potential. This is a time when you can spread your wings and take off into the wild blue yonder of future hopes and dreams. You sense there's a promise in the air, something good coming just around the corner. And that's going to encourage you to expand on a theme. That's going to raise your mood. That's going to motivate you to realize that you can get into gear with a field of interest in the time to come. However, you're sensible enough to realize as well that high-flying ideologies and expectations for the future have to be cut down to a more realistic size once the devil in the detail is addressed, and that also things will adjust over months to come. Also, you may feel the pressure of the devil in the detail over the first week of August. It's particularly the first 4 days, actually, and a little held back there, a little limited by circumstances there. But once you manage to balance the idealistic side of your nature with the practical reality of how that can work in sort of real time, and then you're going to get that grounded into a workable reality, and ultimately I think you're going to be very pleased with the results. So there's definitely a feeling of new potential this month, and also, I think friends and associates will be supportive to your aims, especially after the first week. As I say, there'll be some restraints there. Maybe you and somebody else don't agree about those future aspirations that you have. Maybe it's just, you get hung up on it, on some details there. Maybe you and somebody else doesn't get your standpoint, or maybe you don't get theirs. Now, on another level, you may be taking a hard look at just how others have been valuing you and what you have to give, what you're about, what your capabilities are. You know your true worth, even if it's some people are blind to it. Some people don't get that. Some people maybe it's not about your worth, but it's about how you're proceeding, what your approach is, the direction that you know you need to go in. So however it is for you in those sorts of situations when they come up, and this is me looking at more at the detail here because you have a tendency to overlook the details at the moment, you should be leading where appropriate. Definitely you should be leading. You should be the initiator. You should be the one that's banging on the door at the moment. But you also have to blend that, particularly over the first week, I would say, just over this first week. Be patient with certain others, undervaluing what you're saying, what you're wanting, what you're seeing, what your projection is for the future, what your contribution may be, until the second week when things start to come together altogether more nicely. So at the moment, Jupiter, your ruling planet, is bringing good things your way, and it may be the right time for you to consider striking out in a new direction, which is creative, innovative, could be connected to children or a love relationship or leisure activities. Good news for any of you Saggies wanting to promote yourself or some creative work you're involved in, or something which you want to become involved in, which you know is going to be empowering for you. And you want to present that thing in the best light possible. So Jupiter's really going to underpin that and help you with that. And you should be tapping into that energy just now, because Jupiter moves out of there in September, but it will get back in the same position again from next spring. Saturn's entrance into Libra for 2+ years means that you're going to be working harder to realize your long-cherished hopes and dreams, and your intention should be very future-orientated and maybe a tad unconventional as well. Maybe you're going to have to start looking at the non-mainstream way of doing whatever it is where your interest lies, where your direction is. Thinking a bit widthways about things there, a bit laterally. Your association with certain others in your peer group may strengthen or weaken during this long cycle of Saturn as you move into interesting and unusual new areas, which is going to be happening over the next 2.5 years. So you need to begin to articulate to yourself what your innermost hopes and dreams really are, and how you can express yourself in the most fulfilling and authentic manner in the world. Now, if you've had your heart set at being a this or that or the other label, and it just isn't gelling, it's not clicking, it's not working on a regular basis, then maybe over this time you're going to be looking at how you can shift that focus of intention. It might only need a little kind of jink off to the side for the whole thing to sort of flip into place. It's quite possible that it will not be in the way others expect. And you'll have to get used to a few raised eyebrows over the times to come as you depart from the tried and trusted path. And I'm not talking about a total revolution here. I'm talking about a different way of seeing, which actually could ultimately lead you to be in a complete reversal to the standpoint you hold at the moment. But you need to do this incrementally. You need to do it in safe, cautious little steps over this next 2.5 years, you see. So wires can get crossed maybe around about the 21st. Somebody gets the wrong end of the stick. Maybe you get the wrong end of the stick. But from the 23rd, the group dynamic is very strongly highlighted, and you'll be mixing and mingling with others and making good progress. Well, that's it for August. And if you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too. And just to note that there is going to be a meteor shower on August the 12th, round about 11 p.m. Go outside, look up into the heavens, and or even lie down and look up into the heavens and watch that beautiful display. And I'll see you the next time.